Thank you for attending today's YM podcast. This will be a live event. Be ready to ask any question or request you have. Please raise your hand and wait. You will be called to speak in turn. Once you are allowed to speak, please keep it short. Thank you and enjoy this event. Hola a todos, gracias por asistir al evento de hoy del podcast. Va a ser un evento en vivo, como siempre. Las personas que quieran pedir, preguntar algo, realizar alguna mejora, levanten la mano y esperen a que yo les llame. Y una vez que tengan la palabra, por favor, sean breves. Y nada más, al final yo les haré una traducción resumida de lo que se haya hablado y no se haya podido traducir. Ya tenemos al Dr.Yuen con nosotros aquí y vamos a empezar. Dr.Yuen is here. We are about to start. Hello.
Hello, Sergio. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to the podcast, the weekly podcast that I have the pleasure of doing. So it's great to have you. So again, it's about using your physical intelligence, your internal computer, to connect with the solution and allow the solution connect with you. And that's how things work for everyone, as far as solving problems that have not been solved in your life. It could be serious problems, it could be trivial problems. So you could translate that, and then we could go on.
Yes. Bueno, vamos a utilizar el método Yuen, que consiste en utilizar tu ordenador interno para conectar con la solución, y la solución conectar contigo, solución a los problemas que puedas tener en la vida, que pueden ser graves o no tan graves. Okay?
Okay, we have people have their hands up that they would like to have a live request. So let's take a few live requests. And they could verbalize it or non-verbal as well. And it could be for the person directly or for someone else by proxy. Okay, so let's get the first person.
Hello, Gary.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Dr. Yuen. I was told that I have cavitation in the jawbone where my wisdom teeth were taken out.
Okay. I mean, do you feel any symptoms there?
No, and they say that I may not feel symptoms, but it's where the blood supply is cut off at the bone and then the bone dies.
Well, I mean, if a bone dies, you have some symptoms, right? So when you put pressure on it with your finger, does it do tender?
No.
Any symptoms? Okay, so it's just the fact that you got the answer. I mean, not the answer, but the diagnosis. That's what bothers you, right?
Yes, and I asked
Okay, that's
him.
what you have to say. Okay, so diagnosis that bothers you. You don't have any symptoms, so we will just deal with the diagnosis. Okay.
Okay.
And I don't have to voice it, and I will just process it. I will tell you what I just did in a few seconds, and if you let us know that something have changed, right? So we have to change you to improve you, right? Improve you, that means have to make some changes. Okay, Carrie. Now, when you think about your diagnosis, you still have the same concern about it as before? Yes or no?
No. The only concern I have is.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is would that be a factor causing like bad breath now?
Well, anybody complain about bad breath for you?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, you don't have it, bad breath, okay? If whoever complain, they have nothing else to complain about you, okay? So let's resolve those. Okay, how about now? You're concerned about bad breath? You just brush your teeth, right? Mouthwash and, whatever you do, right? So it is not coming from what you mentioned, okay? Bad breath would be coming from your mouth or coming from your esophagus, okay?
Okay.
And now, so you're not concerned about it. The concern of diagnosis, the misdiagnosed, that one misdiagnosed trigger hundreds of misdiagnosed that you've been experiencing in your life, okay? And that's how you leave it at, okay? So they have no effect on you, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's get Rick M.
Rick M. Okay.
Yeah, I don't recognize the name. Rick M.
Hello.
So,
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
okay, Spanish, right? So,
Well, I speak English or Spanish.
okay, all right. Muy bien. So,
Yeah.
what could we do for you?
Yes. So I have my sister-in-law's father that is he has a lung tumor.
Okay. Now, I didn't hear all the words, Sergio.
It's a tumor. He has a tumor in his lung.
You're talking about your father, right?
No, it's my sister-in-law's father.
Oh, sister-in-law. Okay, see, I didn't get all the words. So, your sister-in-law has a tumor. What's the tumor at?
So it's the father of my sister-in-law has a tumor in the lungs.
In the lungs.
Yes.
So in the lungs, you can't see the tumor, but she's been told she have a tumor, right?
Yeah. It has been tested in the.
And she have breathing problems.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Does she have?
Respiratorio.
Yes.
Okay. So inhalation, exhalation is the weakness. She's not there, right? You just stand in for her.
Yeah, I am a proxy.
Okay. So when you think about her condition,
Is her father?
Yeah, it's her father. Yeah, it's her father.
The one with the tumor.
Yeah, yes.
okay, whoever that person is, I just connect with it and we will process it. So that person projects a different energy than the energy now, and that's how he would know whether it's have changed or not. All right, so inhalation and exhalation is the problem. It's really not a tumor that's causing the problem. So it's really the elimination, digestion, more of a problem than the respiratory system. Okay, so the tumor, I still don't perceive it. The tumor would be in the body cavity itself, not in the lungs. So there's some cysts and fibroids, and yeah, there's some tumor there. So we will alkalize that region and break up the encapsulation that led to cysts and fibroids and tumors that this person got from the ancestors having this similar problem. Okay, so all right, now when you think about that person now, does it still troubling you as much as before?
I don't notice any difference.
Okay, so it still trouble you, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it doesn't trouble you, but you have to delete or empty your mind and also disconnect your spirit from other people's spirit as well as this person's spirit. Okay, does it bother you still about this person having the problem? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, now how it bother you?
I mean, I am like a little bit worried.
Well, worry, you have other worries. So you got one worry, you bring up a million worries. So let's delete them all for you and everyone else on the program, okay? Now, how's your worry?
It's a little bit less.
Well, it's not going to be a little bit. It's all or nothing, okay? So we will let you process that. You can always come back, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, so let's go to Laura.
Laura or Lola? Laura. Laura.
Esposito.
Yes. This one.
Sí. Hola, Sergio.
Hola.
¿Se me escucha? Sí, gracias.
Sí.
Hola, doctor Yuen. Si le podría, por favor, pedir al doctor Yuen que me fortalezca en el tema de las relaciones, pues tengo muy poquita familia y no tengo hijos. Y me afecta mucho.
No, basta de decir relaciones ya. Relationships, Dr.Yuen. She wants to be strengthened.
Okay. Well, the relationship is already weakened by the relationship that she stopped with her family when she was growing up. That there are things that have to be resolved, and also the internal dynamic in the home, as well as the external dynamic that surrounds the home. So let's resolve the relationship her mother have with her dad, and pacify that relationship and make it better. Whether it's good or not, it would be better, would be neutralized. So the childhood and also the time she was born, there's some things that been traumatized and limitations there. Okay, so and without saying any more, how's your question about relationship now? Same or different?
¿Cómo sientes ahora esas relaciones? ¿Igual o diferente?
Más tranquila, diferente.
Yeah.
Okay, so she felt a difference, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. So again, we want to improve everyone's childhood experience, even though you're no longer a child, right? So improve your situation even before you were born. Now improve you after you were born, and let's also improve the doctors that took care of you when you were still before you were born and after you were born, and until you became a young adult. And let's ensure there's no illnesses that the doctors gave you, because the doctors is connecting with everyone's illness, so it's easy for them to generate illness to another child or to children. So let's ensure that there would be no serious health problems, because we're going to resolve all the non-serious ones, or the minor ones, as well as the serious illnesses. And the limitation is also put a strain on the illnesses, and also lead to emotional trauma, as well as psychological traumas and spiritual traumas, and then some physical trauma. So let's also delete everyone's fears and phobias, that there should be no fear, and using fear to protect you, that your parents have generated and for you. Think that the fear is going to protect you, instead of having no fear and not attracting the fear. So that should not be a continuous problem in your life when you become a young adult, or become an adult, or even seniors, that should not have the fears and phobias, and that's how things will improve. So again, the illnesses, or the past illnesses and traumas and limitations, and of course karma. So the cause and effect that happen even before you're born, happened to your parents as well as your ancestors, the cause and effect. So you call them karma, but there's nothing esoteric about it, okay? So cause and effect that your ancestors have with others in their contemporary people that they have with others in their lifetime would be projected down to the descendants of everyone. All right, so that should stabilize everyone without having everyone expressing their problem. Okay, so now let's get someone that want to solve some problems without expressing it. Okay.
Okay. Should I translate this group of?
Yeah. Okay. Of course. Thank you so much for reminding me.
A ver, hablado de relaciones, de incluso de la niñez, traumas y limitaciones que hubo ahí, y a continuación empezó a resolver cosas para todos, ¿no? Traumas, limitaciones, miedos y fobias, que dice que nuestros padres pues un poco nos transmitieron que era importante que tuviéramos miedo para protegernos. Eso es algo que después va en contra nuestra. Los traumas pueden ser emocionales, psicológicos, espirituales, y al final terminan siendo físicos. Y luego habla del karma. El karma son acciones que realizaron nuestros ancestros, vienen de nuestros ancestros y se proyectan a nosotros. Es decir, nosotros sin ser conscientes, pues heredamos ese efecto kármico de las acciones de nuestros ancestros que no se resolvieron, que hicieron a otras personas, cualquier tipo de karma. Y lo que hace por fin es estabilizar a todos para que sin necesidad de expresar su problema se fortalezcan. ¿Okay? Y ahora pide que alguna persona salga que diga sin verbalizar su problema, pero que conecte con el problema y él lo pueda resolver. ¿Ok? Voy a llamar a anyone, Dr.Yuen, or you can tell me.
Well, I'm just looking at the chat here, and any issues that anyone bring up that they don't feel any activation, it would be just strengthening the activation, right? So you may not able to feel it. That's why it's more than one time that you get exposed to the strengthening and the activation of your central nervous system. So let's ensure that everyone's central nervous system will get activated 100%, but it's not infinite. It's not beyond infinite. So if we do that, then it still have to be repeated, right? So it's not something that you just do once in your life, okay? So, and also increasing or strengthen your physical intelligence, that you will connect with solutions that you've been searching for in your life, and the solution that surrounds you would be the right solution. So you may be able to make a distinction, which is the correct one solution that matches your problem and resolve your problem. Okay, so all right, so we get another person on the list with some live requests, verbal or non-verbal. Let's get some non-verbals first.
Okay. Vamos a Lisa. Are you Spanish, English, or
English?
English. So Dr. Yuen wants you to connect with your problem or question and not verbalize it. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so you have some problems that you connect with. You don't have to verbalize it to us, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That is like 20 different problems that some of them are not problems, some of them are problems, and they're not totally serious, but they come together, make it serious. So the effect on you is 20%, right? So now when you think about your problems now, you still have the problem that you came up with?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel different.
Yeah, it's different, right?
Yeah.
So let's ensure that everyone could perceive things with their physical intelligence. That you perceive things physically, not mentally. Mentally, you perceive it. The next few seconds, you will have to perceive something else that may be in conflict, because your mind is constantly moving and it's not connecting with the right answer and let the answer resolve the problem or the situation. Okay, so there's something changed. So let's ensure that everyone going to be changing for the better. Okay. All right. So let's go to Lola. I don't recognize her name, so that's why I call her.
Hey, Lola.
Hola.
Hola.
Buenas noches. Quería comentarle al doctor Yuen que, bueno, un problema que tengo es que tengo la presión alta en el ojo derecho, ¿vale? Y siempre está.
Okay. I have hypertension in her eye, right eye.
Okay, so she has symptoms in her eye that's not normal, right?
Tiene síntomas en el ojo que no lo sientes normal, digamos.
Sí, lo tengo inflado, ¿vale? El ojo derecho
Well,
lo tengo rojo.
it's just a yes or no. Okay?
Yes.
All right, now that's process. All right, now how's the eye seem like to her now?
¿Cómo lo sientes ahora?
Más ligero.
Lighter.
Okay, so I've resolved the reproductive organs and other things in her body. Okay, so that have nothing to do with her eyes. So let's strengthen everyone's eyes that you have normal vision and normal eye function for the rest of your life, that you don't have to get surgery in the eyes. Okay, so let's stop everyone from having surgeries in the future in their eyes. So like cataract or macular degeneration, those things are resolvable quickly. And just by being on this podcast, you have those things resolved. Okay, so don't bring up your own, problems that you think you have that really doesn't affect you. You just misinterpret it affects you. Okay, it's like traveling and all that. Hey, make your uniformly strong for every place on this planet for you. Okay, and again, it's your mind and your spirit, and you want to empty your mind, empty your spirit. And when you empty your spirit, that's how you achieve enlightenment, if that's important for you. So we all could use some kind of enlightenment in our spirit, right? So you're not going to get into your spirit when it's not enlightened in the process. So going a spiritual journey not going to get you anywhere, except could make you misdiagnose that you become psychotic. Okay, so a lot of psychotic people are coming from their spirit that have not been emptied out or enlightened. All right, so all right. Again, everyone's cranium needs to be adjusted. The next thing that comes up is the cranial bones have to be realigned, and then the thoracic spinal column, and then the cervical spinal column, as well as the sacrum and the pelvis would have to be strengthened and be aligned from the central nervous system, and strengthen again the central nervous system. And that's a repeating process in your whole life, is strengthen your central nervous system and activate your physical intelligence. Okay, I have to do that myself. Right? It's not like I do it one time and that's it. Okay, so that's not how it works. Okay, so you don't just stop breathing because you breathe one time and you don't have to do it anymore. Right? So that's not true. Right? So it's a constant thing that is crucial. People connect with others, especially in the podcast. People at least be a member of the podcast, right? If they don't want to be a member of other program, it's their loss. But if they're not part of the podcast, I don't feel like I have direct responsibility to their problem. Okay, so and they think that what I'm doing is not legit, then I don't have to be their servant. Okay, Okay, you could translate that if you like.
Bueno, ha fortalecido, ha hecho muchos fortalecimientos globales, empezando por los ojos, la visión. Respecto al ojo derecho de esta persona, fortaleció el aparato reproductor y otros órganos, otras cosas. Se asegura de que los ojos estén fuertes, tanto en su funcionamiento como en la visión, para que no tengamos que tener ninguna operación de cataratas, ni de degeneración macular, ni nada de esto. Es importante que vaciemos nuestra mente y nuestro espíritu. Cuando habla de enlightenment, que suena también como iluminación, lo que se refiere es aligerar nuestro espíritu de todas las experiencias negativas, de todos los karmas que estaba hablando antes y todo eso, ¿no? Y entonces ese espíritu sí que nos es útil. Alinea el cráneo de todo, las vértebras, primero las torácicas, después las cervicales, después el sacro, el pelvis, y fortalece el sistema nervioso central. Dice que es algo que hay que hacer repetidamente, lo mismo que respiramos una vez y seguimos respirando. Pues ese proceso de fortalecer el sistema nervioso central y activar nuestra inteligencia física, que no es nada menos, ni más ni menos que la inteligencia del sistema nervioso central, eso hay que hacerlo con frecuencia. Él mismo dice que lo hace frecuentemente. Okay, Dr.Yuen.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So we have resolved people joint problems, and the spinal joints is really what determines other joints in your body to be functioning better and become more normal, and that strengthens people's muscular integration. That all the muscles in the body need to be integrated. That would be the next thing that comes up. And so if you have any problems with your feet and things like that, so by integrating the muscles, and you have to exercise your foot if you want to have better monitoring of your feet development in terms of connecting with the physical intelligence of your body. Okay, so that's your responsibility, not mine. So don't give me that responsibility. Okay, so this is a podcast that we have hundreds of people on the podcast that we will have to strengthen them collectively, which is good. It's supposed to be collectively if they come in. So having a team is better than one individual that's not part of the team. Okay, so be a member of the podcast. You are part of the team, and you will improve with the team, or you improve with the group, and you as individual would also improve the group. So the group improve you, you improve the group. So that's strengthen the internal dynamic and the boundary to contain what's been done. A lot of things been done. There's more things getting done here in the podcast than you go to see your doctor having a private appointment. Okay, so again, the things that been resolved, we should also go into the toxicity that you inherit from your mother before you were born. So even though it seems to be in the past that cannot be resolved, you could resolve the past, you could predetermine your future, essentially resolve the future that you're concerned about or not certain about. So there's also non-physical toxin, especially come from the father. So toxicity, physical toxicity comes from the mother, and non-physical toxicity come from the father and the father's relationship with the mother. And there are internal and external toxins that need to be going through the lymphatic system. Right? So there's also strengthen your relationship with animals and other living creatures, including entities or living entities like plants and trees. There should be a strong connection in both directions with each other. So even though listeners are not children anymore, but you're going back to your childhood to resolve all the problems that you have that you accumulate on a daily basis or even hourly basis. So we resolve people's pets and animals, and as well as for children. Even if you don't have children, you resolve your childhood, or you could connect with a child that you want the child to improve. If you could do that for them in the program, right? Not so much more of it in the podcast. Okay, you could translate that.
Okay. Está haciendo fortalecimientos grupales, ¿no? Para todas las personas a la vez. Para eso él considera el grupo como si fuera una sola persona, y esos problemas que él va detectando y fortaleciendo hace que mejoren todos. Es una mejora colectiva. El grupo mejora a cada individuo y el individuo mejora al grupo. Entonces, fortaleció las articulaciones en primer lugar, favoreció la integración muscular, habló de que necesitamos cuidar nuestros pies, ejercitarlos para que tengan una buena conexión con nuestro sistema nervioso y funcionen perfectamente, que ya eso es una responsabilidad individual, ¿no? De cada uno. Y luego pasó a lo que es la toxicidad que tenemos heredada de nuestra madre, de antes de nacer incluso, ¿no? Hay toxicidad física y no física. La física viene de la madre y la no física viene del padre y de su relación con la madre. Bien, en cuanto a la toxicidad, puede ser interna o externa. Simplemente todas las toxinas que tenemos pues se eliminan a través del sistema linfático, ¿no? Y de ahí van a nuestro exterior, o bien por la orina, o bien por el sudor, o bien por las heces. Y también a través de los pulmones. Y también fortaleció la relación nuestra con otros seres vivos, animales, plantas. Es importante para mejorar este mundo. Es importante también solucionar los problemas de la niñez, pueden ser nuestros hijos o nuestra propia niñez también, porque esos problemas se acumulan si no se resuelven. También resuelve problemas de mascotas y animales. Okay, Dr.Yuen.
Okay, thank you so much. For those who still have their hands up and want to express what problems they have, and just think about your problem, okay, or at least one of your problem, and we will just have a resolution for everyone that still think that they have a problem that has to be resolved. So we will just put everyone as a group.
Las personas que tienen la mano levantada simplemente conecten con el problema que quieren resolver, y él va a tratarlos a todos como un grupo y se va a resolver el tema. Piensen ahora en esa debilidad o en ese problema que tienen. Okay, Dr.Yuen, you can go ahead.
Thank you so much. That's what has to be done for groups, and expand the group and include the rest of the world eventually. So that's how the world's going to change. So the world would affect you in a different way or have no negative effect on you. Okay, so let's have 10 people that have their hands up still, and we make those 10 people even with each other. There's no differences among them, and including their ancestors and other family members affecting them. And the effect on these 10 people is to train percent that have to be deleted down to 0 minus infinity, beyond minus infinity. Okay, now, does anyone still have a problem after that?
¿Alguien ha hecho un fortalecimiento? ¿Alguien sigue con el problema que expresó o que quería expresar, mejor dicho? Pueden hablar en el chat.
So any problem that they have with that is because their physical intelligence is not connected to what's completely done. And so we will ensure that your physical intelligence would be accepting the changes, and it's not up to you to decide that you're accepting it. Right? You will be strengthened to accept it for the good of yourself and your family and the future, and also the future of this planet, with the people get along with each other instead of having karma that have not been resolved. So rest assured that there's not going to be any strong attraction, such as violence type of attraction that have not been resolved. So there's no act or random act of violence. It's really attracted by the karma that have not been resolved. So we will resolve any violent karma that you would have. You will not attract anyone gonna harm you, your family, or even your dogs and cats. Okay, so you could translate that.
Okay, dice que las personas que aún perciben que no han solucionado, o sea, que no ha habido ningún cambio en cuanto al problema que querían plantear, lo que fortalece es su conexión con la inteligencia física para aceptar también los cambios, que no depende de que uno diga, bueno, lo acepto o no lo acepto, sino que es algo que se produce. y es importante que conectemos con ese tipo de cambios favorables porque se trata de mejorar el mundo, ¿no? Y una de las cuestiones es que nombra mucho el tema del karma, que si no se resuelve, pues es lo que está produciendo actualmente actos de violencia por todo el mundo, que no dice que no hay actos que no son casualidad, no se producen por azar, sino que vienen todos motivados por temas no resueltos, ¿no? Así que es importante conectar con esa inteligencia física para poder solucionar todos los temas que están ahí acumulados y sin resolver. Okay, Dr.Yuen.
Okay, so I have spoken about toxicity, especially pets. They are down to the ground, and there's more toxicity on the floor or the ground than you standing up. Okay, so if you're crawling on the floor, you will have more toxicity, the external toxicity that would cling to you from the floor. Okay, that would cause all kinds of problems. All right, so cause eye problems as well as mouth problems, and so that's for sure that that would not happen. That those problems that your pets experience, you want to resolve it by strengthening their physical intelligence of resolving it, and then your physical intelligence would be strengthened when you connect with animals or your own pet. Okay, so all right. Again, I'm just going to strengthen everyone's issues that you would have no issues in your life, that you only have one issue at a time, and your physical intelligence would connect with the solution to the issue. Okay, so you want to expand that to the rest of the family. You will encourage the rest of the family to become part of the team or this organization to change the world, improve the world, and improve the outside the family, would improve the neighborhood, your relationship with your neighbor or their relationship with you, and then extend it to the community, to the town and cities that you live in, and also the country. So let's ensure all the country on this planet, even with each other, even though there's unevenness there, you will make them even and make them as countries accepting other country evenly and not always think that they are the leader that everyone have to listen to. Okay, so there should not be a country that would do that for others, on others. So extend it to the rest of the world. Okay, so I'll let you translate that, and that's all I'm going to have to say. I would again strengthen everyone that's on my list, the few hundred people that's on my list, as well as the 100 people that show up for the live event. Okay, so I'll let you translate.
Okay.
And, thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Yuen. Dr. Yuen is leaving now.
Person don't have to ask for a friend. You just connect with your friend. Okay, I don't have to listen to people. Everyone's problem on this planet. Okay, that's how things going to resolve. That I don't have to listen to each individual's problem. Okay, I'll let you translate that. Thank you so much.
Dice que bueno, que tampoco va a conectar con los problemas de todos individualmente porque no da vía a eso. Entonces, lo que ha dicho por último es que él va a seguir fortaleciendo a todas las personas que tienen su lista, tanto todas las personas que asisten a estos podcasts como otras personas que están en nuestro grupo, que siempre lo está haciendo. Y que las personas de aquí lo que se asegura es que no tengan toda esa cantidad de temas, que los temas que tengan o problemas, como los llamemos, sean de uno en uno, ¿no? Que vayamos de problema en problema y que podamos conectar con nuestra inteligencia física una vez más, ¿no? Para ver cuál es la solución. Habla de expandir esto al resto de la familia, este tipo de enfoque, ¿no? De método, incluir al resto de la familia, que se puedan unir a esta organización que va a cambiar pues la forma de abordar los problemas que se nos presentan de todo tipo, ¿no? Diariamente o cada cierto tiempo, y que lo podamos resolver, como dije antes, de uno en uno, ¿no? Y de esa familia, pues, pasar al vecindario, del vecindario pasar a la ciudad o a la comunidad, de ahí a la ciudad, al país, y por último estoy hablando de la relación entre los países, ¿no? Que los países deben estar uniformes entre sí, que no haya un país que se crea que es más importante que otro, que tiene que liderarlo y todo este tipo de cosas, ¿no? Lo que estamos viviendo actualmente en el mundo. Cuando habló de toxicidad, dijo una cosa referente a mascotas y animales, que dice que ellos están más expuestos a toxinas externas porque habla de los perros, los gatos, bueno, normalmente los animales de cuatro patas, ¿no? Que están pues más cerca del suelo, se tumban en el suelo y están muy expuestos a todas las toxinas que hay ahí, ¿no? Entonces, pues es importante vigilar eso y asegurarnos de que no tienen toxinas que afecten a su boca, a sus ojos, etcétera. Bueno, voy a recordar algunas personas que salieron y que no se tradujo lo que hizo. La primera persona tenía un problema de caries en las muelas del juicio, en los cordales. Sin embargo, no tenía síntomas. Entonces él comentó que eso era un problema de un diagnóstico erróneo. Porque cuando tienes caries o cuando tienes un problema de hueso, pérdida de hueso, pues se nota, hay algún síntoma, ¿no? Que tú notas que no está normal en este caso esas muelas. La persona estaba preocupada por mal aliento y dice que no había ese problema, no había ahí, que nada que no se pudiera solucionar con crema dental o enjuague y todo ese tipo de cosas, ¿no? Otra persona habló de alguien familiar, o sea, el padre de una cuñada que le diagnosticaron cáncer de pulmón y él detectó más problemas de eliminación y de digestión que afectaban a su respiración, tanto la inhalación como la exhalación, que no estaban uniformes ambas, que sí detectó ciertos bultos, quistes, o sea, quistes, fibromas y tumores en la propia cavidad, no ya en los pulmones, ¿no? Para abordar ese tema de esos bultos que hay ahí, esas masas que están encapsuladas, pues alcaliniza esa zona, los fluidos que hay por ahí, y descompone, con la energía interna se puede descomponer esos bultos, esas sustancias en partes más pequeñas y hacerlas cada vez más diminutas hasta llevarlas a que puedan ser arrastradas y retiradas de ahí por el sistema linfático, ¿no? Que es el sistema de drenaje que tenemos en nuestro cuerpo. También hay una influencia ahí de ancestros con problemas similares, ¿no? Dice. Bueno, la persona seguía preocupada, el señor sigue preocupado, pues borra esa preocupación para él y para todos, porque esa preocupación no es una preocupación concreta, sino es muchas preocupaciones que se juntan ahí, ¿no? Cada vez que él conecta con una preocupación, vienen todas las preocupaciones que no se han resuelto, como ocurre con todas las emociones que tenemos, ¿no? Hay un efecto acumulativo que él habla muchas veces, ¿no? Bueno, simplemente dejó que esta persona siguiera procesando porque había visto una mejoría, dijo que era un poco, pero bueno, simplemente que eso se sigue procesando y va aumentando esa mejoría, ¿no? Lo que sí es cierto es que él insiste, y yo también tengo experiencia con el método y hay cosas que las cosas no se hacen una sola vez y ya está, como yo pensé hace muchos años, sino que hay que insistir porque hay debilidades que fortaleces y vuelven otra vez. Cuando tú la fortaleces, la debilidad no vuelve igual, siempre vuelve menos, pero tienes que insistir, como con cualquier otra cosa, ¿no? No hay nada prácticamente que hagas una sola vez y ya esté hecho para siempre, ¿no? Sino que tienes que seguir insistiendo hasta que esté como tú quieres que esté, ¿no? Y hasta que se mantenga así, ¿no? Con el caso del sistema nervioso central, yo lo ha comentado él, que es una cuestión que hay que hacer frecuentemente. Hizo también una petición una persona que no verbalizó. Bueno, pues él detectó ahí que había esta persona 20 problemas diferentes y que había problemas más serios, más graves, otros no tanto, pero al final, al ser tantos, pues tenían un efecto muy grande en esta persona y es lo que él hace, borrar el efecto, ¿no? Cuando tú tienes una experiencia traumática, de lo que se trata es que no es de que te olvides de esa experiencia, sino de que el efecto de esa experiencia, cuando tú pienses en ella, no te siga afectando, vamos, ¿vale? Que no te siga produciendo ninguna preocupación, ninguna emoción negativa. Habla de que las cosas fortalece, ¿no? También a todos para que las cosas las percibamos físicamente, no con nuestra mente, ¿no? Porque con nuestra mente percibimos algo y al segundo, al microsegundo siguiente, ya estamos percibiendo otra cosa porque cambia constantemente, ¿no? Se trata de percibir físicamente, es lo que él ha dicho. Y creo que con esto ya he nombrado por al menos todo lo que yo tengo anotado por aquí, porque claro, son muchos detalles, pero que creo que lo más importante ya está. Así que eso es todo por hoy. Gracias y hasta la próxima ocasión. Hay mucho en el chat. Bueno, una cuestión que voy a hacer, voy a bajar el chat y me lo voy a leer despacio, ¿vale? Porque hay aquí muchísimas cosas. El doctor Yuen ya no está aquí, pero sí que esto se puede descargar también junto con la grabación y voy a ver si hay algo aquí que seguramente sí, que lo habrá, claro, para comentárselo a él. Gracias y hasta la próxima ocasión.